Well, hello and welcome to This is the NWA. It's the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance, and it is nuts today. Look at this. I'm one of the hosts, Gary Horne. I'm here with Will. Doc Stinson's back.
What up, baby? What up, baby girls?
I thought something smelled.
Yeah, we combined Joe Galli, Kyle Davis, and Danny Dealz. Look at this.
It's like the Brady, but big old Brady bunch here.
Some sort of competition show where you have office versus social. Let's do this.
Can we do an NWA Hollywood Squares? That would be fantastic.
It's like University Challenge. You ever see the young ones? No.
No.
Yeah, I seen it, Dealz. I seen it.
I can't be the only one who watched.
Describe it in great detail then.
It's a British comedy.
Also, to all the fan base there, I moved to Florida in the last 6 months, but in my old fridge, there was alcoholic gummy bears from a party. And let me tell you, look at the size of these things. They are delicious. I'm just going to say.
49 of those. You're not going to make
learn about wrestling. By the way, I'm always ready right now. Hashtag with a Z.
Well, Rush Freeman's in the chat, so that's the most important thing. Thanks for being here, Rush. We appreciate you. And thanks to all you people. Terrell Bear, Bobby is here. Strange and Trippy Review is here. And connecting people through wrestling. We like that guy.
Yeah, good guy right there.
Yeah. Heather Hunley. Doty's here.
Is Band Medusa here? No? That's just
no,
me?
I think you're banned. How did you even get on the show tonight? Aren't you?
No, she suspended me from NWA USA.
So it's not just.
She doesn't have full reaching power like that. That's why I'll be at Power Trip, and I hope she's there because I got some things to say to her. I ain't suspending no Power Trip.
I think we all know rules don't apply to this show.
Yeah.
If anybody's been here
just
before.
NWA USA. It's it's just that show. And she should be exiled to Antarctica.
Do you know who Medusa is, by the way? Just curious if you really want to do that.
Yeah, I know she is. I've seen Clash of the Titans, and it doesn't matter. Listen, I would make a better GM than her for USA. I might run for that office. What do you think, Joey G?
I think you were being besieged by giant crickets. I wasn't exactly sure what was happening. But I was like, oh my gosh, there's an army of locusts that are coming to eat Danny Deal.
I was like, it's some doggone, there's some Peter Jackson stuff going on here, man, with these effects. Yeah. That's crazy, boy.
Gary, I feel like that's what this is meant. Like we could really turn this show into kind of morning zoo radio, but we need a sound effects guy to do the air horn and do all that sort of stuff. We need a sound. Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad idea. We could also we do have the ability to like change the mood just by like playing some music.
Hit that smooth roll, Will. There it is.
What's going on with the Teddy Pendergrass?
Welcome to NWA After Dark.
This pillow talk. Hey, listen, by the way, I gave out a deal to the link again. I just had to tell you.
That sentence barely made sense to me.
So, I don't know what you gave a deal to the link.
Yeah,
like the sausage link.
I gave the link away to a couple people. I gave them deals on it.
The deal.
Oh, okay.
So we might have some running guests here today.
Deal link, all right. And then there's a dirty deal link. You don't want to click the dirty deal link.
No.
You got to clear your browser history. You got to take your whole laptop.
Delete cookies. Yeah, delete cookies, all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, it's bad. There's some viruses that come with that one.
Not safe for work or home.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, baby. Those are just pop-ups, man. Those are pop-ups. I didn't click on any of that.
We already lost Kyle.
Hey, my history.
This show will never get another episode if we do not talk about this right here. So I'm just throwing it up there. Look at that. Always ready.
That's why I'm
Saturday, June 11th.
No.
Yeah. No,
soak it up. Drink it in, NWA fam.
I know. Will's excited. Will, you got to take us through this journey here because I know you're the most excited about this.
There's no journey. I mean, he's the champ, and he's been the champ, and we're finally. It seems like I'm now not the only one recognizing that. And he's got a pay-per-view named after him. He said it himself. Did Ric Flair have a pay-per-view named after him? No. Harley Race? No.
Flair for the
Yeah, Flair for the gold.
Did,
Flair for the gold.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's
small little technicality
that's
there.
A
Will.
They didn't call it woo, which was his catchphrase. So anyway,
right.
No, it's
fair
just,
enough. That's fair.
No, he's only hanging out with Mike Tyson and Killer Mike, and is a pop culture icon with a robe in the Smithsonian. Will, don't even try to compare Matt Cardona to the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Why do y'all in the South have such a hard time with his last name? Get it?
Yeah, it's Cardona.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call him.
They show their cards.
Hey, Joe, maybe we've been wrong this entire time. Maybe it really is that. Maybe that's like his family name when they came over.
I'm gonna call him what I want to call him.
Look at Doc crazy.
Man.
It's not quite the way that Will put it. I mean, it's not as cut and dry as just William Patrick Corgan decided to give Matt Cardona pay-per-view. He says here is world heavyweight champion Matt Cardona insisted that if he was to be compelled to go to a storied NWA territory like Knoxville, Tennessee, and defend the championship, he would only appear if the June 11th pay-per-view was in his honor. This event, named after his singular catchphrase, always ready, will feature his entrance music as the show's sole theme, and all promotional materials therein will include his brand and likeness, including no less than a modified NWA logo, which now reads MCWA for Matt Cardona Wrestling Alliance. Now all that's left is for the champion to be ready to live up to his request. So essentially, it sounds like there was a pay-per-view set for Knoxville, and Matt Cardona kind of held up Mr. Corgan as the champion, that he would not be compelled to show up to Knoxville unless this pay-per-view was built solely around him.
Ding, ding. I think you put it right there. You nailed it. That's exactly what happened. I mentioned that later on at some point a couple of weeks ago. I brought up the fact that there might be some news about a pay-per-view coming out and that there might be like a theme to it. This is what I was talking about. I was hearing the rumblings. I was dealing with the rumblings. Matt Cardona, champion. You want me to be there? Let's make it happen for me. But I mean, like Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm sure he wanted to be in Long Island, but either way, the guy got what he wanted. He's got his own pay-per-view, and he even made a comment about it. Do you have that graphic up where him talking about everybody who hasn't had a pay-per-view named after him? I mean, the guy's very full of himself.
Yeah, when asked for his thoughts on the honor being bestowed upon him, Cardona declared, "Did Ric Flair ever have an event named after him?" We covered that. No. Did Harley Race? Never. As the only real world champion, I am honored to have this event named after me because I earned this all by myself. Everyone should know that they have to be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime event to share in me elevating the NWA to new greatness. So that is the quote there. This is all from the Knoxville News. Yeah, so
Kyle, even your Uncle Adam Pierce didn't have
said like a champion, a true champion.
You're right. My Uncle Adam Pierce didn't have a pay-per-view named after him. You're absolutely right about that. But shout out. If anybody sees Adam Pierce, shout out. I know one of my friends was saying hi to him today, and I hope that works out.
Yeah, Adam Pierce. That's a great NWA World's Heavyweight Champion right there. One who respected, esteemed the company, wore that title with dignity, had a robe.
Yeah, robe.
A lot like one Nick Aldis, if you will, but not like this bozo. And I'm shocked at you, Will. This is why I'm here today. Will, you have lost your way. You're going to get on social media today and call Matt Cardona the greatest modern champion or world champion of the modern era.
Man, I knew that was going to push some buttons. Hey, man, Twitter is a place for opinions, right? Elon Musk owns it now. It's called free speech.
Wait, he hasn't bought it yet. I don't think it's official.
It's official. It's official. It is.
Oh,
official.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to turn down that much money. Come on, Kyle. Hey, by the way, before we get crazy, just for the chat, for our viewers, you're going to have to put it up there, Gary. I made a coupon code for the website. It's 20% off. The code is all caps NWA fam. See that?
Will, you got that?
I will. Yeah.
All right. Will throw that.
It only works for tonight, just for the peeps.
That's going to be on the scroll there.
Yeah, he can make that happen.
Old deal machine came through since they asked for it last time.
20% off with code NWA fam.
Correct.
Can I just point this out? One thing, just super important. I'm always intrigued by backgrounds.
You
can
have
see that.
like 10 seconds.
I'm in an office with the light shining through. Is that an Emmy behind Joe Galli right there?
It is. It got pointed out last week. Somebody was like,
that?
They
I
just
thought
give
you
it.
were-
Geez,
I
big
thought you were
time.
going to talk about this lovely NWA merchandise available on NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop.
I was trying to find my hat because I was having a bad hair day and I was going to put it on. Couldn't find it, so I put a T-shirt on instead.
Guys,
Make
I don't
it a
want
new
to.
hat.
I hate to jump in here, but I have to do this just because we do have a special guest that's here available for us right now, and this guy, he knows I mean this with all due respect. He only books appearances with an extra bonus provided by Mr. William Patrick Corgan, so we can't just waste time. He's paid to be here and only for a short period of time, so we got to get him in here. Matt Cardona is not the only champion in the world. We also have another champion in the NWA, the national champion, and that is Mr. Jack Dane, the Dane event, former NWA United States champion,
Current NWA national champion. That's what you should say.
That's what's
You don't
up.
have to say anything else. That's
I
where you
apologize,
start.
sir.
That's where you finish.
Right. Well, we do appreciate you taking the time, sir, to be here. You've got a big event coming up here soon. Power Trip 2 coming up next weekend. You're going to be there. You've been paired up with Magic Jake, and you're going to be teaming up against the Miserably Faithful. This is the Sinister Ministers group of people. Judias
they're dead.
and Sauronaro are going to be in there.
Man, let's start that over. You said you have been paired up with. No. He has been paired with me. I haven't been paired with him. Do we understand that? Do we get
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In fact, I think Magic Jake is trying to ride your coattails. I think that he's trying to use you as a stepping stone to stardom. That's just what I'm saying.
Well,
I don't want
hey,
anything with you.
You can say that. You can recognize that, Kyle Davis. Hey, I understand. Just like you shave your head, you got the beard, you got the tattoos. You're riding my coattails as well, just like everyone else. But if you're Magic
That's right.
Jake, whose else coattails are you going to jump on? Right? Hey, the kid's a rising star. I got a lot of respect for him. Trained at Tried and True. And you know I'm bound up there at Tried and True, right? So we don't even have to get into that. But, hey, the kid's a rising star. And, look, I am the Tennessee stud, but he knows I don't need a stable. He knows I don't. But if you're going to attach yourself to somebody and you're going to watch somebody and you're going to follow somebody and you're going to pick up how to do this, what better person than to jump on their coattails, your wording, than mine.
Yeah, my betting lines on 1-800-DEALS right now, I've got you guys with the points over Frankenberry and Booberry. So,
We don't need points. We don't need the points, Lucchesio.
we need it for the betting.
We don't
lines.
miss
We gotta use it
deals.
for the betting.
Huh? Call it what you want. And man, let's go on record and say, let's hope for the love of God I get to wake up the gimp. Bring him out. Right? I
You're
hope he
looking
shows
forward
his
to
face.
meeting
One
the
of them
gimp.
clotheslines that you hit on. Geez, you took a soul out of it.
It'll be the last time he climbs out of that what is it? What's the line? It'll be the last time he climbs out of that treasure chest. Wake him up.
Yeah, wake up the gimp.
It's going to be Pop the Trunk for the Gimp, I'm guessing.
Yep, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's where the gimp typically stays, anyways, from what I understand, is in the trunk.
Right.
It's not going
That's
to
what
be too
I've been.
different for him.
Yeah, I've heard
Right
that. I've
on.
never seen him like a catering or anything.
I don't want to stir the pot or anything about this, but we've seen on recent episodes, Power, Chris Adonis and yourself had a bit of a discussion about a challenge and things. Is there a part of you that's kind of happy that you're in a tag team match coming in Power Trip because it saves you from having to put that title on the line?
What? Come on,
Hey, man,
come on, Kyle.
anytime I can come to the building, come to the event, and not have to defend my title, but still get paid the handsome fee that I get paid with no risk of losing the title, it's a great night.
See, it wasn't an insult. He's a smart man. He knows what matters.
Well, and it's not just that. For the first time in the history of the NWA, it's harder to win the national title than it is to win the world title. So hey, there's not like there's a whole bunch of people jumping on ship trying to climb in the ring one-on-one. So if it's a tag match, it is, then that's what I'll do, and I'll still get paid the same.
I mean, also impressive. The man you took that championship off of, Anthony Mayweather, We haven't seen him since. So obviously, you know,
He left the territory.
let's just call him a guy named Crimson, real tall, looks like an underwear model. Besides the point, you seem like you have been
talking about
just on a path of devastation, and I got to give you props because a smart man knows how to win championships, and a smarter man knows how to retain championships. So more power to you. It seems like you've got all the answers.
Hey, man, you know, you never know what's going to happen at these power trips, or for that matter, at an NWA event. You see, I was smart enough to cash in when I needed to. Who's to say I won't be smart enough to pull more shenanigans whenever the time is needed?
How do you feel about the big announcement today, June 11th, NWA always ready? It's going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. Obviously, you're going to be on that card. You just haven't had the opponent spit out for you yet. What's your take on that? Knoxville, Tennessee, big pay-per-view, but you're not the face of it. Matt Cardona is. What's your take, champ?
Whoa.
Look, you can be in the main event or you can be in the Dane event. For me, I'd rather be in the Dane event. It pays more. And that's what the people come to see. So it doesn't matter if I'm in the main event. It matters that I'm going almost home to Knoxville. Like I told you, I'm the Tennessee stud and I don't need a stable. So going back to Knoxville, I've been very successful in Knoxville. I've defended the world title in Knoxville. I've defended the national and the North American titles in Knoxville. I defended the NWA World Tag Team titles in Knoxville. So, hey,
That's right.
Knoxville is a great place for me to go home to.
I'm glad to hear that because somebody shared with Joe Galli and I earlier this afternoon. Somebody said Knoxville was cursed for wrestling. You're telling me it's not.
No, Knoxville cursed for wrestling. That is home to some of the most violent, most grown men, most devastating professional wrestling in the history of our illustrious sport. So going home to Knoxville is perfect for the NWA, and it's perfect for the Dane event.
I have to ask you too, Mr. Dane. You talked about all these things you've accomplished as being the national champion, and it's amazing. But one of the things you've also got going for you that I have to give you credit for, I don't think that I've seen this many people step up and actually want a shot at the national title. I don't know why anybody would want to step in the ring with you, but you've got the most competition out there just vying for a chance with Chris Adonis, with Marche Rocket recently, and Jay Bradley competing. You even actually came out and assisted Marche winning that tag team match against the Fixers the other day.
Wait, let's stop. Assisted is not the appropriate word. I won the match for Marche. He got the pin.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that not what you saw?
That's
That's
on the tape. Yes, sir.
Dealz, what did you see?
I totally saw that. You won the match, and then you were polite. And you gave Marche the finish.
Wow. Wearing the sunglasses with smoke in his eyes, he saw all that. Who would have thought?
Do you have somebody that you would rather face out of all these people? Do you have like a challenge that just somebody you'd rather step in the ring with? Or, I mean, it's just whoever is man enough to step up, you're ready to take them on.
Whoever, whenever, wherever. Hell, I'll even wrestle Kyle Davis if I have to.
Listen, I did accidentally take a championship on my shoulder and be like, hey, look, short, bald guy who's half your size with tattoos, kind of looks like you with the right dress up. But no, I don't want to take anything that could cripple me, and almost anything that involves so much of a finger flick more from you would cripple me. So,
I'd love to.
Sir, I respect you. I don't want that. No.
There may not be a more devastating finisher in the NWA right now than the Pop the Trunk. That lariat, that clothesline, that is brutal. Every time I see a clip of it, in fact, I think you posted a clip of it the other day for some poor soul taking that. And that, man, I don't know what the story is behind that, but that's a devastating finisher you have.
Kyle, I'll give you $5 to take it.
$5, yeah. The traction's not going to be worth it in my insurance premium. Like, no, that's a horrible deal. I got to ask though, Pop the Trunk. What came up with the name for this? What's the backstory? Share with us.
I mean, when shit goes down and somebody goes to pop the trunk, that's when it all ends, right?
Yeah.
So
see, you are much more badass than the rest of us, sir. Because my brain just went, I guess I popped a tire.
Yeah.
Kyle has a
Kyle's ready to
hatchback.
change
That's the
tire.
problem. There's no trunk. This is a hatch.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as good. Pop the hatch.
I do. We have an SUV. It's just pop the hatch.
It's a minivan, Kyle. It's not
He's
an
got a
SUV.
grocery getter.
Hey, listen, I got to fit the dogs and the groceries in there, and the random woodworking stuff I have to do. So it is what it is. But damn right, one of the best finishers that I've ever seen. Because if you get hit with pop the trunk, you might as well just be thrown somewhere else, like a grave or something, because you're probably not getting back up with that thing.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Well, Mr. Dane, we definitely appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man, and we only had you for so long. So anything else you wanted to add for the audience or anything before you leave?
No, just would really, really like to see us back to building at Power Trip 2. I think that right now the NWA is offering some of the very best professional wrestling in the sport in the world. And get on board. Get to Power Trip 2, come see the Dane event. It'll be worth every single penny that you pay to get in the door.
All right. Well, I can't wait. Power Trip 2 is this weekend, this next weekend. This is going to be exciting. It's going to be good. In NWA Power, we might see Jack Stane tomorrow night on NWA Power. You never know. You have to tune in. The current national champion, Jack Stane. Thank you so much for taking the time, sir. The Dane event.
Thanks for your time, champ.
You are welcome for my time.
Try not to hurt anybody if the cameras aren't looking at you. That man's scary. I joke with him because if I keep him kind of like jovial with me, the odds of me being very, very badly injured are a lot more in my favor. So, or I should say,
You guys, I think $5 for him to take that finisher.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's a
It's
good
coming,
deal.
Kyle. It's coming, Kyle. You hear some after time.
I'll throw in another 5.
There you go.
Is it crazy that like I'm doing this podcast on my cell phone, but even then his shoulders seem like they've gotten exponentially wider? Like he can't walk straight through a door anymore?
His
Yeah, he
shoulders
goes sideways,
literally
Yeah.
his shoulders literally popped out of the sides of Joe's phone.
It's like, what the? Oh, man.
Brother hits the weights a little bit. Oh, by
Yeah,
the
no
way,
kidding.
chat Ryan in the chat. Yes, that's for Canada too.
Okay. Yeah.
He asked a question. I'm answering.
That's what it's all
No,
about.
it's fine.
Right there.
That's promo code NWA fam. Get you 20% off tonight in the shop. So you want to make sure to do that. That's Danny Dealz. Look it out for you.
I prefer to think that I look like a deflated Jack Stane. I literally, I try every gym photo I post. I think, what would Jack Stane pose? And I hit it and I get the lighting just right. And then you see me in person. You're like, man, you look really small in person. Nobody's ever said that about Jack Stane. Nobody's ever went, wow, you look small in person. Instead they go, oh, you're bigger in person. And if you're big, we've got all sorts of sizes available. NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop. Use the code NWA fam to get 20% off. Danny Dealz, the man with the glasses right there, trying to hook you up. Thank you for your support. Make sure you're tuning in every Monday night on here. And let's face it, we've got a lot more to talk about. Take it away.
And cut. Perfect.
We might as well throw in a promo real quick here.
Hey, what's the gig? NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Go to the store link. Of course, your Uncle Danny Dealz has got all the deals for you, the new merch. And, of course, you too, Candy. Show them what do you got on your shoulder right there. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's the gray and white. Oh, yeah, you can't always have a black T-shirt, right? Kind of like this one, too. NWA USA, blue and pink. That really pops. Look at this one. I love this one right here. Look at this. 6-0, 5-0. Oh, man. Oh, shirt. Oh, I like that. Oh, look at this. What? Oh, man, listen, this one, I'm going to keep this one. But no, I'll sell some to you, too. I swear, NationalWrestlingAlliance.com, store link, Danny Dealz, Candy, get there now!
Candy looks lovely.
You look
Love that energy.
You had a lot of energy in that. Yeah, it was good. Get
Had a
there
red
now. I like that.
Is there at any point going to be available at NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop the Dealz cheerleading outfits?
Maybe. Might have to make a few. You looking to get one?
I mean, sometimes, I just want to feel sexy.
All
The
right.
pom-poms,
Ain't
I
nothing
feel,
wrong
would
with
be
that.
affordable. We could probably do the pom-poms.
That's not a bad idea. Those would look good in the crowd too, in the studio, just to have.
Hanging around.
Now, if you get the one that Candy wore, it's triple the price because she touched it.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
well,
Makes
guys,
perfect sense. Why not?
No
I
argument.
don't feel like
there.
we've got enough people here right now. Like there's
it's
there's
a little
6 of
slim.
us, and it feels like if we're just really gonna load this show up, we got to bring celebrity status. We already lost the Dane event, So we did book another guest on here, part of the IB boys. Let's bring him on. Here he is,
Hey,
Mr. Alex Taylor, drinking
What's
a Miller
up,
Lite.
Oh, hey.
Boy, Jax came in mad as hell, didn't he?
When is he not? When is he just
Ain't no
so back?
Wait, he's not still watching this, is he?
No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Can I just say,
Yeah, it's live.
Alex,
It's live.
that you look like you're channeling the coolest people I've ever seen when I'm on vacation in places where all the cool people hang out. You got the hair, you got the beard, you got the shirt, you got a little bit of tan there. I'm going to tell you something, man. You're living the life I wish I had. Good for you.
I'm getting
Make sure you're enjoying
haircut tomorrow, so.
Gary said he booked some celebrities, and that Joker came in. I was like, "That Chris Stapleton? What? Dang!
Ooh, that one fell flat.
Nah, man, it was good, bro."
I know he's a country singer, but I don't know his music.
Yeah. Oh,
Alex,
oh,
we're
man.
gonna kick some ass at Power Trip too, ain't we?
Hell yeah, we are.
Gonna kick some ass first, and then we're gonna get that Medusa if she's in the building. We're gonna get her banned from the building afterwards.
I don't understand how she still works there, but it's not my place.
Alex, can I ask you a question? Because I just did. I'm going to ask you another question, too. You know, with Danny Dealz, with the ill-begotten, a lot of people have said, has it really changed the dynamic? Have you won more matches? Have you done this? But I got to tell you something. Yuma, I don't know what you guys did with him. I haven't seen him since. But the ill-begotten is a tighter, more condensed unit now. And I really feel like you and Plunkett have a really good tag team dynamic. Rush Freeman, he's kind of his own entity. We're doing singles every now and then. Where do you think the future lies for the title contendership for the ill-begotten, now that Dealz and the three of you are now a nice, tight four-man unit?
I think it only ends in gold, baby. Gold belts.
Rats.
You said it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's with NWA this week in Rats. I don't know if we've had an infestation. I don't know what. It's just, it seems like it's always coming up.
Pay window, alcohol. We're just after the good stuff. All right?
That's right.
That's it, Daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's got some gold right there on the neck, it looks like.
Hey, this whole thing, don't worry about that.
Yeah. He's looking at he wants to hock it at the pawn shop.
I bought this with a Burt Prentice payoff back in the day.
Man, look. That's what I got these sunglasses with.
Oh, all right. Well,
Good, man.
Alex, it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're here. It's funny you guys were talking about Rats. Rats came up a lot on NWA USA this past week, and I actually have a clip of NWA USA. You took on VSK this past week on NWA USA. Guys, you might have to unmute when I play this because it's going to have a little sound on it, but you can talk over it.
I just can't handle the amount of good lookingness going on in this ring right now because I'm jealous because I wish I was either one of these guys at the peak of my age, which is 39. If I looked like this, if I could perform in the ring like this, look at that shoulder tackle drop down. These are athletes. These are the future stars of the National Wrestling Alliance, and we're getting a taste of it right now.
I love the just the athleticism between the two guys. They get a little rowdy here with the hair pulling though, and I don't know, Alex, you've got more hair than VSK, but.
Well, Kevin Keenan is a corrupt referee, of course, hired by Medusa. He illegally threw me out of a match. Here, when we see the finish of this match, you will notice that Alex's shoulders are truly not even down when the 3 is counted. So, that's why all that's going on there. Keenan needs to be, we need to send him to Roy Shire's territory with Yuma.
I got to tell you, one of my favorite moves right now that I don't know where it came from. Alex Taylor's the first person I've seen do it. Is that
right there? Look at the
slide
slow
under
count. That's a 1, 2, 3. Look at brother. Needs
No, you're about to say what I was going to say too about the sliding under the ring there. When you see people drop down when people are trying to get past them, that's to trip them. Alex Taylor, one of the few professional wrestlers that's actually using it to trip the people like he's supposed to. That's skill.
Look at the shoulders. Look at the shoulders right here. Look at it. Look. They're on top of his ankles. You can't deny it.
That is actually, I hate
I
this.
have to see another angle. It's hard to tell from there.
That's just because
kinda
you're
have
one of them Northeast brothers, Kyle. Don't listen to him. Gary, you're right.
It was down, as the great Bobby Heenan would say. Definitely, I didn't see exactly what happened. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right.
I'd like to hear what Will thinks about this.
Oh, boy. I'm going to choose to not incriminate myself with any analysis. I will say this, though, Alex. I'm glad you're on the show. I know we've had heat in the past, but you said something nice about me on social media, so we're cool now. We're good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the IB. I've aligned with the Dealmeister, and I'm in your corner. That match was a little conflicting for me because I see the value of the Cardonas, the family Cardona for the NWA, and so I think the shoulders may have been down. They may have not been down. Maybe we need a rematch. Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, we're not hot at Vincenzo. We're not hot at Victor Cardona. No.
I think what we need, Dealz, is a shirt that says "I'm an IB boy." I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe that's it. Maybe everybody wants to support you, but they just don't have the means of doing it right now. Because again, skyrocket right there. I could see it in the future. You guys, future the business, but right now, you got to get your shit together. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at.
I'm just letting Dealz.
Maybe for contract detrimental to the team.
I'm just
got the announcer out here using profanity. This is a TV PG show. You drank.
I'm sorry to say that these gummy bears are going by quick, and apparently, I got to stop eating those gummy bears. They're sealed off. No more. My apologies.
Joey, cut you off right now,
Alex. I just don't want you to have the detriment going on where Dealz rubs a lot of people the wrong way at times.
Oh, stop it.
And I just feel like you guys might be selling yourselves short by hitching your wagon to Danny Dealz. I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, listen. I'd be nowhere without Danny Dealz. I'd still be in a shed wrestling in Gladeville, Tennessee in front of 6 fans.
That's actually a shoot.
Bang, bang, it is.
I don't even know where Gladeville, Tennessee is.
No one else does either.
All right. Well,
I'm looking it up right now because now I need to know it to be educational.
You did have that match with VSK, and even if the ending didn't go the way you wanted, I mean, we did see a lot of love for it on social media and around. Like, people thought you guys had a great match with each other, and it was a highlight for sure of NWA USA.
Wins, losses, doesn't matter. I'm making highlights, baby. I'm getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Kyle mentioned it before. These two are future stars in the NWA. I think they're current stars.
There you go, Joe.
Have there. And that not only that, we've seen some of the chat come through here, you're definitely in the contention. I feel like you've got to be in the conversation for the junior heavyweight championship. What are your thoughts on that,
Alan? Well, I would love that. I'd have to cut down a little bit. I'm probably about 227 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I cleaned up
lose
the
2
diet
pounds.
A little bit.
You said lose 2 pounds because we do 225 for junior.
Yeah, that's tough though. But
you can just take your chains off. You'll be 225.
How do you do that when you're 0% body fat? Like, how do you drop weight? Like,
don't be ridiculous. I'm 2% body fat. Let's not exaggerate.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man,
wrestling, I guess, right? You never had to spit in the jug and wear the plastic bag. Come on.
I'm just upset because I've gone out to eat with this man before. I've gotten a cheeseburger with him, and he looks like that, and I don't look like that. So whatever you're doing, keep on doing it, man. Because Alex Lover, like I said, I'm going to put you over whenever I can. I'm gonna put down Danny Dealz, but I'm going to put you over. That's what I do.
Ridiculous. And I made a code just for the chat. And I'm the bad guy. See,
I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I'm just saying you're not my guy.
Dealz, that's the company man. Dealz, don't listen to him.
He's on Medusa's payroll.
That's exactly what he is. But I've been the one.
Facts.
That's right. I've been the one here for the last 2 years talking about Alex
Taylor.
I will say, before I ever knew who Alex Taylor was, I'll give you credit, Doc. Doc's been talking about Alex Taylor. Like,
I'm the one who's been saying this guy right here is a global sensation. Is the real deal. Not only should he be in the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship, in my book, man, he is the World Junior Heavyweight Champion.
No. You're going to get murdered by a man named Homicide with statements like that.
Let me walk that back. Let
him enjoy his youth. He's got a whole future ahead of him. Don't end it now.
All right, let me walk that back. I will say this, though. He is, and I've seen it with my own eyes, he is a, four-time Tennessee heavyweight champion of the world.
Five
time.
Tennessee of the world.
Tennessee heavyweight champion of the world.
You trying to say Tennessee ain't in the world?
That's what it feels like to me.
I just feel like the world of Tennessee, maybe. But Tennessee of the world?
Which pisses me off.
However, we are happy happy to be returning to Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee on June 11th. So even though I don't understand stuff, I'm looking forward to it. And the 12th. You know, there's a bonus show on there. If you click on the link, it goes over there with the link tree and everything. There's more shows coming up, guys.
Hey,
you're gonna find out.
Always ready. Saturday, June the 11th. That's going to be a big deal. But yeah. There's a power taping in Knoxville right after that. So that's going to be an exciting time. A hot time in Knoxville. It's no Everglades, Tennessee, or wherever you said.
Power, which the deal machine is not suspended from, because Medusa didn't have any power over there.
Gladeville, Tennessee. I'm looking at a photo of the main shopping center. It looks like it's 4 buildings. I'm not even making fun of it. That's what's on Wikipedia.
Folks to know right now is very important for those power tapings is, once again, we're already getting a lot of exchanges of emails with Matt Cardona. He's going to be asserting his power. There's going to be a new theme for that specific power taping. It's going to be very special. It's going to be very unique. It's going to be very Cardona family. So just stay tuned, because we're going to have some big announcements that we're going to be having to make in the next few days on social media.
On that tip, Joey G, the deal machine got an electronic mail to the Dealz house about something else for Cardona and his pay-per-view. You're correct.
I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah. You're going to like it, Will, actually.
Wil Cardona is going to be there.
Without giving anything away, is it something that would be wearable, like all of us wearing the official NWA merch?
Of course it would be, Kyle. Do not be silly. It is, of course, a wearable object.
And if you've missed it already, we'll just keep throwing this out there because I love that Dealz did this. NWA fam, right now, nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop gets you 20% off. Just use that promo code right there.
And by the way, the Velvet After Dark shirts are almost gone before they're even in my hands.
Wow.
So
doesn't surprise me. No.
Did Joe pre-order? Because you know Joe wants one of those because he needs the rep.
It was a pre-order, and they're almost gone.
Good man.
Was everybody on board with Velvet After Dark? That felt like a controversial episode.
Alex could take his eyes off.
Mature audiences.
It felt very much in vain with who you. Tell me about it. Velvet After Dark. What's your take?
It was perfect for me. I am very mature. If you guys know me, you know I'm very mature. So it was. I was the target audience, so I loved it.
Joey G, you were on the Cinemax episode. What did you think?
I have to say, we always shoot for the moon when we're doing all of our stuff in the National Wrestling Alliance. And when we want to try to do something a little bit outside the normal, a little exciting, something a little titillating, something to get people really buzzing about it, we went it and knocked it out of the park. And I have to say, Velvet After Dark, from when we first started making the decisions and just kind of talking about this as a concept, and then the way that it was be able to pull together and the conversations that Velvet had, especially with those dirty, sexy boys, it was just so hot. I'm surprised it didn't melt your television screen. So I'm expecting that we're going to be doing more experimental episodes like that in the near future, and I'm excited for it because sometimes you just got to change the flavor a little bit, and that was one sexy flavor.
All right, I'm going to say something right now.
USA. That's what we need to do. We need to get rid of Medusa. What do you think, Alex?
Yes,
Dealz could be the new GM, right?
What I was going to say is you always hear people in wrestling talk about, it's always the same thing. How come nobody's trying new things? We tried something new. I enjoyed it. I felt it. I stayed up late when I was younger watching things I shouldn't have on cable. That's the vibe I got from it. I enjoyed it. I think that if you ever get upset with something and say like, what are they doing? Why is this happening? Just remember, there's 1,000 different things for 1,000 different people. And just because something hits for you doesn't mean it's going to hit for somebody else, and vice versa. Just because it doesn't hit for you doesn't mean everybody else loves it. Give people a chance. Let people create what they want to create. And just, there's something for everybody. It's pro wrestling. Enjoy what you enjoy. Dislike what you dislike, but give everything a shot. Somebody is going to be happy that these things exist.
Well, Bobby's loving it. Yeah, but Devin's interested in how about Idol After Dark at the end?
Well, that's the parent demographic there. If you have a teenage daughter that you maybe can't relate to, you might show up and be like, what are you doing? What's this? And her parents do know what she does, and they respect her for it because she's an assertive, strong woman that knows who she is and respects herself and others.
Joe, you sit next to her.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you sit next to her all the time, and it felt good seeing her get to try something new because it feels like commentary has stressed her out as of late between the C words and between Idol, even though he did disrupt at the end there, it was nice to see Velvet get outside of her. I don't know if it's outside of her comfort zone necessarily. Obviously, she's done a lot in the wrestling business.
She's gotten so comfortable, and I think that was just kind of an expression of what we really truly see as Velvet is. I mean, she is just this wonderful creature and this incredible athlete and this veteran in the sport. Absolutely. And, and so it's great to see that she was featured in this way. And I think that there was a vast majority of the positive reviews from people out there. But, Kyle, you bring it up now. I mean, now you're stirring ideas here. What if for the next one we did Idol After Dark? I mean, we were exchanging text messages earlier today. You remember that picture? I wish I could send it to Gary right now. We got to get Gary this photo of Austin Idol in his prime. So we got to get that to you so we could share it, because I think that there might be money. There might be money in Idol After Dark.
There might
Alex,
be. You should give me that. We can show the people.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
He is jacked. Look, there's a little place to sign right there. I don't know what I'm pointing at. There we go. Right there. Look at that man. Southern heavyweight champion, all muscle. You know what else we were told? Natural athlete.
Of the world.
Southern heavyweight champion of the world. Yep, that's
Man.
right. That's right,
Right,
Dealz.
Will?
Exactly, 100%.
I liked it. I enjoyed it myself. It made for some hard conversation with Piper. But
was it educational for your family?
Dad, what does she mean by that?
Well, and then you also arithmetic about 1 + 1 + 1 = 3, and where that goes, and maybe the French that's involved in that. You're right. Very educational episode.
They've never seen a trios match? That's what they're calling them now. They're just calling them trios matches. That's it.
Daddy, Velvet Sky's not feeling well. She's breathing so heavy.
Does she have the COVID?
Yeah.
Alex, did you enjoy the episode? I know you did.
I'm actually in recovery from videos like that, so I didn't watch it all the way.
Oh, he prefers his entertainment live and in action, not pre-recorded.
Yeah, I mean, brother said it.
Okay, all right.
We don't have a disclaimer before this show, so
I don't know. Listen, you can interpret a lot of things that are said a lot of different ways. Who's to say that I didn't just say one of the sweetest things ever and not even the least
Because you've been
questionable?
eating alcoholic gummy bears for 2 hours.
It's getting weird,
You haven't
guys, because
made
you got me
sense
like
of
looking
now.
up Austin
There it
Idol
is.
photo.
Oh, look, he's puckering his lip. He's doing a little smooch face
Look at
there.
that guy.
Look at that man.
Gary's like, hey.
Feeling
He
sex
ain't
appeal.
Zion.
Wait a
Look at
minute.
that. That's Alex.
Who is
Yeah.
this fella?
Oh.
Hey,
Ooh.
maybe there is another After Dark special.
Yeah. Alex, I think that's your daddy. I don't think he's Sion's daddy. I don't know.
I hope not.
He didn't mean that as an insult. He meant that as in it just changes the entire dynamic of his family if it turns out his dad's not his real dad.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I gotta say though, I would, I don't want to cause a rift between Dealz and Alex Taylor, but
That's what I'm here for.
if you want to attract some attention, like maybe you should start these photo shoots. Like you should try to recreate some shots like this. Go get you that junior heavyweight title or something, and get the flat hat.
You got to get
Hey.
the hat.
He definitely needs a leather beanie like that. I think that's the answer.
Hey, Will, hit that Velvet After Dark music, bro. Come on now. Get us in the feels.
give me a second. It's way down at the bottom.
It should be way down at the
There you
bottom.
go. Gary found it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Now, everybody just, take a second. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard about it. Just
This is the NWA.
use your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Imagine the smell. Musk.
Pop said the weasel because the weasel said pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's my idol.
you're watching Austin Idol After Dark.
Idol
Oh.
After Dark.
Real talk. Can you imagine the things that man's seen being at the pinnacle of wrestling at the time he was?
He's
Like
seen
the
that.
road stories and everything.
Hey, Kyle, he's seen every nook and cranny, bro. Every nook and cranny.
Of the ring.
I mean, the fact that when somebody shows up and says he possibly could be Sion's father, and his reaction is more of like, every few years this happens. I got to tell you, man. Of course, we saw the picture. If you look like that at any point in your life, if I looked like that at any point in my life, I know I would have taken advantage of it. I hope Austin Idol realizes that everything he's experienced, all the lives he's lived, we're going to hear about it and we're going to enjoy it. And I'm happy he's a part of our team because he's a wealth of knowledge when he's quiet.
He just got the message to clean it up. That's why it just happened, guys.
No, he hasn't. Nobody's been listening to this one, so we're good.
You think the President Corgan watches this show? No, we'd have been canceled long ago. This is not that show. We have fun. We have fun.
We do. This is what matters. Speaking of what matters, let's talk about some of the other action that's coming up. Maybe the Oak Grove card. I didn't get the email with everything we're talking about in there, so I'm just guessing and throwing ideas.
We'll do production notes one time.
I didn't send it. I don't bother.
I know, but Saturday, Power Trip 2, Oak Grove.
Wrestling fans, join us Saturday, April 30th in Oak Grove, Kentucky for Power Trip 2, our latest NWA Power taping event. Here's just a few of the matches already scheduled for our return to the Bluegrass State. One half of the Commonwealth Connection, Harry Smith, takes on a man that's been wreaking havoc since his arrival in the NWA, Mike Knox. The NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion Homicide puts his title on the line against the last bastion of professional wrestling, Colby Carino. And the National Treasure, Nick Aldis, faces NWA newcomer, Brian Myers. Also scheduled to appear, the NWA World Women's Champion, the Brickhouse Camille. NWA World Television Champion, Tyrus. Tom Latimer. Former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Trevor Murdoch, and many more. For tickets, visit NWATix.com. That's NWATIX.com.
Is it weird to anybody else to have like Kyle talking and then he's interrupted by Kyle Davis?
I was gonna say exactly what Kyle said right then and there, but thankfully Kyle stepped in and saved me the trouble of Kyle having to explain Power Trip 2. Thanks, Kyle.
Oh,
what was that brother talking
That's
about?
what Kyle's life is like when he doesn't take his meds.
Listen to that rock music. We're gonna play.
Or maybe
that.
that's just what it's like for Kyle when he eats too many of those gummy bears.
Yeah.
It's a room full of Kyle.
Oh God. What a
We're
nightmare.
talking about Power Trip 2, Saturday, April the 30th. That's coming up. There's a few tickets still available right now at NWATix.com. You want to make sure to check that out. Valor Hall. Guys, that's one of my favorite venues that we go to. I think that's an amazing spot for wrestling. It looks so freaking cool every time we're there.
Security stinks, but yeah.
Well, you're saying that because of the Mike Knox thing? Is that why? Back in the day,
I mean,
Trevor.
you doing all the saying, Gary.
All right, dog. Well, one of the big announcements from Kyle Davis there was this one, and there might not be a bigger match than this. Homicide defends that NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship against Colby Carino. These guys have history. Colby's dad has history.
If you have not seen what Colby Carino has put together, he has made a number of packages that have been posted to his social media accounts showing the long history that his father has had against Homicide. So I encourage you, when this podcast is over, head to Colby Carino's Twitter and take a look at that stuff.
It's insane. I did not realize just back in the days of Ring of Honor, Kyle, you were probably there, I guess. But
yes.
Yeah.
I do have, I'm not going to lie, I have some of Steve Carino's hair when he lost the hair versus hair match involving some of this stuff. But the fact of the matter is that this is like, you don't hear about blood feuds that often anymore, where you're like, how have these generations just managed to hate each other after all these years? Well, let me tell you, you're looking at one right here. Homicide and the Carinos, it's now been a generational just bridge. Colby is about to experience what his father did with Homicide. Here's the thing, though. Has Colby been kind of prompted by Steve Carino with all the information that he had on how to beat Homicide? Is Homicide going into something that actually is going to end up with him losing the Junior Heavyweight Championship? There's only one way to know, and that's to be in Oak Grove on April 30th.
I got to tell you, every time we go to Power Trip, so far, there's been this match. Every time at Oak Grove, I should say, there's always a match that's like the match I didn't know I needed, but I'm glad that we have, and this time is no exception, and that match for me is this one. It's Harry Smith versus Mike Knox. In the middle of the ring, these two guys, there's no titles. You don't need titles for this match. This is just two beefy boys beating the hell out of each other. And I don't know. I don't know how you top this one. I would not want to ref this match. I can tell you that much.
Harry Smith should be deported.
Agreed.
Why? For being too jacked?
He's too
He
big.
cheated in the Crockett Cup against the
Yep.
Ill-Begotten. Go back and watch. Get on
good
Fight
point.
All Access and watch
It's a good
the
point.
replay.
It's a good
That's
point,
not a
Dealz.
deportable offense.
Says who?
Alex, you stood right across the ring from him. Harry Smith is deceptively large, right? Like, you just don't. That guy is so big.
I think he has lifts in
He
his
can't be
boots.
deceptively large. He's a mountain of a man. How can you deceive that?
Well,
He had
I'm just saying, like,
4-inch lifts in his boots.
There's people that are considered giants in the business, and I don't know that anybody automatically, when you talk about giants in pro wrestling, you think of like Harry Smith, but then like you see him in person, and you're like, my God, this man is one of the largest people I've ever seen in my life. He's so just looks like he could tear a car in half with his bare
It happened to me at Crockett
He's on a
Cup.
poster for your wall. All right, but
I was backstage talking to him at Crockett Cup, and just in the middle of a sentence, I just stopped and I'm like, damn it, you're massive. I couldn't stop myself from saying it. The man, you have to see him in person. Mike Knox, another massive man. You don't know what you're missing out on. If you want to see big-ass people, just two hosses going at it. Saturday, April 30th, Mike Knox, Harry Smith, Power Trip 2.
Katie Dealz, he's tickled about this.
Gummy Bear Kyle. You want to see some big ass dudes?
That's what we're here for, Danny.
You want to see
That's
two
what we're here
big
for.
ass dudes fighting? Stop by Gary and Will's
He
hotel
unbuttoned the
room. But
top
if you want to see another match,
Oh, man. I mean, and also, who knows what's going to happen here?
Dark music while he's
Knox being a part of the Cardona family here. Harry Smith, also an individual that has been tangentially connected to Nick Aldis with the Commonwealth connection, everything else. It's these two men basically are a small part of a greater story that's being told right now between Nick Aldis and Matt Cardona, and how this could have ramifications in ways that we don't even know.
What else
gonna
got
you
say-
put 2 and 2 together, Kyle. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, I know
Well,
math.
Yeah, I was gonna save it for a little bit, but since you mentioned it, yeah, Nick Aldis, who will also be there, friend of Harry Smith, and then part of the Cardona family. I guess not officially called part of the Cardona family yet, but Brian Myers, Major Wrestling Figure Podcast with Matt Cardona, formerly a Major Brother with Matt Cardona. These guys go back forever, and
They're current
the
tag
best of
team on
friends.
Impact as well, too. So you
Major
have
players.
to think that he's one half of the major players with Cardona. So this is all part of Cardona's plan. It's all part of
This
his
is
plan.
Matt Cardona toying with him, right? Like, I mean, all that Nick Aldis has
Toying because they collect action figures. Well done.
All right, I'm seeing the
Gummy
gummy
Bear
thing
Kyle
you guys
is
are talking about. I'm starting to see it now.
I feel like if Myers wins this match, then Nick has got to go a little bit backwards in his in the rankings for the title. No,
That's true. You're right. When Aldis loses this match, he will have to slide back in line.
Yeah, that's some freaking that's bug nuts right there.
Hitman 420, these are not anything medicinal. These just have a little bit of alcohol in them.
I'm just saying, when a guy named Hitman 420 is telling you to take it easy. All right.
Actually, Hitman 420. Actually,
Yeah, it's an
Is that right? Okay.
what else is on the card?
42.
Well, Trevor
Jackie
Murdoch's going to
Robinson.
be in action. I haven't gotten anybody to send me a high quality graphic yet of it, but he's got a match. But Trevor Murdoch is. Wait, no. All right.
What was that?
what does that mean?
Weird.
Anyway, Trevor Murdoch will be there at Power Trip 2.
Oh, poor guy.
So,
Yes.
whoever steps it.
Public execution, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's
whoever
been
steps
crazy
the ring,
lately
yeah.
too. He's been walking around talking about, "I'm gonna whoop everybody ass." You know?
Yeah,
He's
I mean, he
kinda
said it in a
wild
little. He said it in a manlier voice than that, but you're right. He did.
We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. This is his first trip back to Valor Hall since the traumatic event of him losing his title.
That's a great point. In fact, I'd be concerned for anybody that gets in the ring with him because he could be triggered by the emotional just impact that had on him. So whoever gets in the ring with Trevor Murdoch, just going to say, as Jack Stain would say, pop the trunk.
Hey, wait a
Here,
second.
what
Wait a
about the
second.
ladies? Don't we have some women that can up?
Alex, it's not going to be you, is it? Because I hate to say it, it's not going to end well for you getting in the ring with Trevor Murdoch.
No, I was just wondering, is the ill-begotten graphic not done yet, or is there a reason it wasn't up? Is our match not
We
set
should
in
have let off.
stone?
Hey, we got
to sabotage.
Yeah, we got to talk. We got to talk after the show, Alex, about that.
But we're there.
Dealz is
Against
working.
one of the top teams in the territory. Don't you worry about it.
Okay,
It's
well,
not those British brothers again, is it?
No, hell no.
yeah,
Okay, thank God.
That's my favorite tag team, the British Brothers.
we'll throw it to Danny's other suggestion, and we'll talk about some women for a second there.
Yeah.
Genocide's going to be there.
Oh,
for one.
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
Genocide will be there. And everybody loves Genocide. I mean, that sounds like a weird statement to say, but like, she is great.
Someone's on the wrong side of history.
It's good to see her. I'm glad to see her there. And a huge, huge tag team match when you see Kenzie Page finally team up with Camille instead of being on the opposite side of the ring from her. And they're going to take on Kylan King and Missa Kate. It's good to see Missa Kate back and Kylan King and Camille in the same ring. That's going to be devastating right there, too.
Those are two big, strong women. They're going to rip the ring in 5.
Top level athletes, and the champ there, I know for a fact, Camille, she doesn't want to have this match at all. She doesn't want to go and be a tag team partner with Kenzie Page at all. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to work out.
Really? What's the insider information there, Joey G?
Look, you can follow Camille on social media, and you'll be able to see her tell the story herself. But she doesn't want anything to do with this at all. She's just the champ. She wants to hold on to the belt. She only wants to challenge top-tier competition for that championship. And she just thinks that this is just something's going on against her. And then in turn going against Tom Latimer as well. But either way, this is an exciting matchup here. And, of course, it's always interesting to see women that are tagging together here in the NWA with our tag team championships always up for grabs as well. And I know the Hex are looking for tough competition as always.
Devin just found out Tom Pritchard trained Kenzie Page. Yeah, that's why.
Did indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kenzie. Listen, you don't meet a person like Kenzie Page and see like how good she is. Like she meets Mickie James at Empower, and Mickie James is immediately like, I got all day for Kenzie Page. Like I wanna be there for Kenzie Page. All that. Kenzie Page has friends all over the place now, and she's a future women's wrestling superstar. So just get ready for Kenzie Page. But Camille doesn't think she needs a partner. But, if you're going to have one, couldn't ask for a better one than Kenzie, I don't think.
The Tom Pritchard thing, I'm super happy about that. I had no idea. Utmost respect. He's my third favorite body Donna.
Third favorite.
Yeah. Obviously, Candido and Sonny, 1 and 2.
Well, how about we had a guest on earlier, and that was Jack State. He's going to be teaming up with Magic Jake. And they're taking on the Miserably Faithful. I thought that was the IB boys for a second. This is
No, that's Frankenberry and Boo Berry.
That's hilarious.
You know, you said sometimes there's matches that you didn't know you wanted until you see it, and then you say, well, this is it. Jack Stane, Jedias. Those two going one-on-one, I feel like that's something I would love to see myself. And in a tag match, hell, I'll take that too. I like Magic Jake, Sauronaro, somebody who I'm very close to, even though he's lost his freaking mind, and look at his hair. But this match could also be one of those that just hits you in unexpected ways. It's something you didn't know you wanted, but when you get it, you go, I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Someone needs to tell Magic Jake it is a non-smoking building. We need to make it very clear. We're not allowed to smoke in Valor Hall.
That's a fair point, Joe. I also have to ask, do you think Jack State is going to have any patience for card tricks? Because I don't think he will.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I feel like Jack State could enjoy some close-up magic. I feel like he might actually appreciate it.
I don't think he enjoys anything.
Well, there's a few matches that got delivered kind of out of nowhere, and we'll talk about those in a second. But how about this one? Book signing. Just Tyrus, a memoir, comes out tomorrow. I've pre-ordered my copy of the book. It should be here tomorrow, delivered by Amazon. I actually have a couple of copies coming because my mother-in-law's a huge fan of Tyrus.
Oh, you're going to bring them, get signed, and turn them over and make a profit. You shady, shady man.
I'm not going to make a profit. I'm going to give it to her for Christmas. She thinks that Tyrus is the world because of like watching. She thinks that the coolest thing in the world that earns me points for my wife's mom is that I can send her pictures with me and Tyrus. And Tyrus has recorded videos for me at a cost. But, anyway.
Sure.
Anyway, Tyrus is the television champion. He'll be there, and I've heard there may be something to do with the Slam Challenge involved. I don't know. You guys might have more information on that, but we definitely know that after the show, he will be signing. Limited copies are available at the show. He's got 8x10s there. You can bring pictures. You can bring your own copy of the book, but Tyrus will be there to sign his memoir.
I signed Joey G up for the Slam Challenge, so
my back already gave out as soon as he said that. My back just gave out. I can't sit in this chair anymore.
Oh, well, better get it ready.
All right. Well, the other stuff that's on the card that we just recently saw in a social media post, how about this? That Jay Bradley's going to be there. He'll be in action against Mr. Brady Pierce. Now, what do you guys know about Brady Pierce?
Newcomer, great athlete. I mean, wrestles all over the Ohio area. He's another rising star that I'm glad he's coming in. Jay Bradley is going to have a big size advantage and a lot of big experience advantage, but it'll be interesting to see what Brady Pierce, if he can rise to the occasion on what's going to be probably one of the biggest matches of his career so far.
Dealz money line on Jay Bradley.
All right. Well, that was easy for you to say.
That picture.
You know what's really weird about that photo, though? Do you know how tall Brady Pierce is? Shoot, this is not even me trying to be funny. Do you know how tall that man is in that photo?
Yeah, he's like 6 something.
6'6". Is not a small man whatsoever. You just had to fit him in the graphic in the same way, so you kind of had to bring him down.
Well, it's not like Jay Bradley's small either.
No, he's not, but that's what I'm saying, is 6'6" is something that you don't see that often. Brady Pierce, he's a physical specimen. You don't see it right here because it's just a headshot, but when you see him April 30th in Elk Grove at Power Trip 2, you will be impressed.
Do you call him a physical specimen?
That's an interesting takeaway because, I mean, I kind of assumed just looking at this graphic, and maybe it's because he's beside Jay Bradley, who we all know is massive. I just assumed he was a smaller guy, but
he is 6'6", 240. Wow.
He's got great hair.
I did not know that.
He's got great hair.
So just like me.
His hair's okay.
Could he be Alex Taylor's cousin? I see some similarities. It's probably just a beard and nice hair, though. Look at that. Also, that blue steel look he's given us right there. I've seen that before from Alex.
Oh, well, speaking of newcomers, another newcomer that's going to be jumping in here is Alonzo here, who's going to be taking on Scion, who is, at best, mentally unstable. And so this is going to be an interesting match.
He's smiling.
It scares me every time. I don't want his mouth to be exposed like that. I just want to cover it. I'm covering it with my hand right now. If you're at my house and looking over my shoulder, those teeth, Scion, something's not right there.
Does Alonzo have a last name?
Maybe that is his last name.
Scion?
Alonzo Scion. There it is. Brother versus brother.
Oh, man. What if he's also Austin Idol's son?
Territory, yeah.
I know this possible.
Both their last names are Idol.
I'm telling you,
They find out when Kyle Davis intros them. What?
Yeah, Alonzo's going to be very surprised when he finds out that he's Austin Idol's father.
That's right. Joey G, use your Emmy connections and get us Maury at the show. We'd settle it right there.
There you go.
I'm just checking out the resemblance.
Look at Dealz and Alex there.
I was going to say, when it popped up, they're both looking at this. Looks like it is the show. Like there's some teen heartthrob thing.
The IB boys talk about Austin Idol for an hour.
I love it. This is an actual whole other show. That's another podcast we should.
Tell me about his vascularity.
Oh, all right. Well, another women's match also that we haven't seen yet on social media. We can exclusively talk about here right now on this show. How about this? Max the Impaler making her debut in the NWA and taking on Ella Envy. You'll probably see more about this later. But
which one is Max the Impaler?
To the right.
Okay, cool.
Hey, listen, you never can judge a book by its cover. There's no way. Maybe Ella Envy is the person that looks like they're going to try to steal my soul in a Viking forest somewhere in Europe.
Well,
I'm kidding. Max the Impaler definitely is the individual that is on the right hand of your screen. There's no debate about that.
Thank you, Gummy Cow.
Thank you, Gummy Cow. That's right.
Scott wins a comment of the night. I don't envy Ella.
Oh,
that's her name.
Does he also have gummy bears with alcohol in them? Because that line was sheer Gummy Bear Kyle.
Kyle,
Scott, I'm going to steal that.
Did you eat them all?
We're almost gone.
I don't know. I'm putting my money on Ella.
All right. Well, Alex, I hope you don't gamble with Danny Dealz ever, because I don't know.
We go to the casino all the time. Why?
Take the points.
Well, that's what we have so far for Power Trip 2. Huge.
And plenty of surprises still day of the event. Come be a part of history. Power Trip 2. Last time we were in Oak Grove, the world title changed hands. The national championship changed hands. What could happen this time? There's only one way to find out, live and in person, April 30th. Come to Oak Grove, Power Trip 2. Don't wait and find out later on and get that whole thing that the kids have, which is FOMO, the fear of missing out. Be there in person. Do it. Tickets available now at nwatix.com.
105
NWA,
Faith Garrett Lane.
wrestling as it's meant to be.
Bam!
I got you.
Look at that guy. All right, I'll kill the rock and roll music. Anyway.
You're playing music?
He just lives with that in his head. It's like the
I couldn't
soundtrack.
hear it.
All right. Anyway. So that's Power Trip 2. Tickets are still available. You should go to that. Valor Hall is a fun venue to be. It's a weird place to go to. It's like outside of Nashville. It's a little bit of a drive, but like if you want to spend some time in Nashville, like it's worth it to go to Oak Grove.
They got a casino there.
Do they have a casino? In Oak Grove?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Joey G had to go drag Kyle out of there last time. So
Rob and I almost went when we were
Hey,
driving.
listen, we all have our addictions. We all have the things we like. I like to live on the wild side and lose money.
Well, Will had thrown one of them like Spider-Man trackers on him, so that's how we were able to nail him down. We had the GPS.
My dog has one under collar. No wonder.
There you go.
Is that how you feel?
Make a stop in Clarksville and go to O'Connor's Bar and Grill.
Yes.
Irish pub.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. O'Connor's.
Yes, it is. Exit 1 on 24.
Exit 1.
Right in Tennessee.
Or just
You
head
won't
up
regret
to head up into the mountains and head over to Grimsley. That town right there, boy.
Hey,
The hell's in Grimsley?
Or if you're chilling in Florida, come to Ormond Beach. The beach is beautiful. It's a very quiet, peaceful town. You know, you could try that. I don't know the area you guys are talking about, so I'm just running with what I know.
That's
So
far
hit up Oak Grove, Kentucky, watch Power Trip 2, and then immediately make a quick stop off in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah. It's 12
Hey,
hours.
they just changed the zoning. It'll go into effect next year. It should change the entire taxation dynamic of the state. Yeah.
I did see something about that in the news. So anyway, here's Alex. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do anything to you, Alex.
you just silenced us all.
Yeah.
I was waiting with bated breath to see what was going to happen with Alex Taylor. So I myself was like, yes.
All right.
By the way, your Instagram's becoming like a thirst trap place. I don't know if I'm looking at you or Tom Latimer half the time because you guys are just posting whatever the heck you want. And big props to both of you. Living your best lives.
Hey, Bobby
Who is
wants to
wrestling
know
tomorrow
what's
in
going
NWA
on
Power? Not me.
That is a great question, actually, Bobby, because we don't have the graphics yet for it. We'll talk to the office, but
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I will tell you one big thing that's happening tomorrow night that is worth mentioning. Tomorrow night, main event is the big World's Tag Team Championship match. La Rebellion is defending against the Briscoes. That is happening tomorrow night, right?
If the Briscoes were smart, right now on Pluto TV, I'm watching Silver Bullet. So if they go get a Silver Bullet made, then they're going to be good. Other than that, nobody's ever going to beat the Werewolf Brothers.
Dealz, you can't go killing werewolves because if you're wrong and it's a person, there's going to be repercussions.
They're werewolves.
Not with the refs we have.
Are they both werewolves?
Wow, you both are drinking the same Kool-Aid on there.
Brother,
Are they both werewolves? What would I believe that Mecha Wolf could be a werewolf? But Bestia? I don't know. What kind of creature would he be?
Demon?
I'm holding strong that one of the beautiful parts that's going to come from
yes.
this live stream is that there are going to be people that are absolutely obsessed with the last 20 to 30 minutes of the show that are like, that's the best NWA all week. And they're going to send that to the office. They're going to tell everyone. There's like, when those guys break down and they just start going nuts, that's what we're here for. Anyway.
Someone in the chat thinks that I will be involved in a match at Power at some point. I don't know if my neck could handle it. I've been practicing and doing neck bridges because I remember watching a training video with Taz like 30 years ago. And he said having a strong neck and bridge is important, brother. So I'm trying to live up to that. But at the same time, Eric Dale, I'm an old man. I'm not an athlete. I can barely talk and put a cohesive sentence together. And these guys just tolerate me. You don't want to see me in a wrestling ring ever again. I wasn't good when I was first there. I'm not going to be good when I get back there. Trust me.
I'll fight you, Kyle.
And you'll win because you are talented, skilled, have youth on your side, and also are an athlete. You don't want to beat up a middle-aged guy. Don't do that.
We'll see.
Please.
Devin wants to know, Pella got her first singles win last week. Did we talk about that yet? No, we did not. She did. She beat Tootie Lynn.
Also, new goth look fit very much into Velvet After Dark. I have to say, stood out.
I thought that was on the Fixer show.
No, she was on Power or Velvet After Dark. We didn't really talk about the Fixer show. That's where Alex Taylor fought VSK. That was where your boy Rush Freeman
he got a victory
with Garrison Creed. Yeah,
old young Gary Creed, who had a loaded driving glove.
Garrison Creed was on Power and USA this week. He was.
He's shown up a few times this season. Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. I got a text message during this about how Homicide's going to be on the Battleground podcast starting tomorrow. Pretty much they're going to be doing a takeover all week long for it. But you ever hit on your iPhone the response and it just records what you said out loud for a text thread? I just looked down and it just says, "Dealz, you can't go killing werewolves. If you're wrong, there's repercussions. You got to drink that Kool-Aid on the boardwalk."
Gary did that for like 30 minutes one time. I don't remember where we were. And then you showed me the text. It was the funniest thing.
But either way, though, check that out. Homicide, we were just talking on the Battleground podcast.
Amazing.
You can find that wherever podcasts are available. By the icons, I'm going to say iTunes and things like that.
Probably all the places. Yeah.
Let's ask the people in the thing. Would you love to have an NWA podcast or something of that sort? The chat window down here, bro.
Oh, they would. They'd love for even this version to be on a podcast format, like actually to just audio only. Even though some of these things are very visual, like Alex Taylor's chest hair.
And I keep getting requests. I keep getting requests for my own solo NWA podcast where I just list off all of Matt Cardona's titles, and it's about an hour long every week because that's how long it takes to run through the list.
And also, since we were talking about Power Trip 2, to all the fans, remember, if you bring a championship to the match, there's a good chance that Matt Cardona will leave with your title as well. And then sign it and make some money off of it. You don't want that to happen. Leave your championships at home unless you want to lose it to Matt Cardona. He's kind of doing it everywhere.
Paladin's like, I thought this show was a podcast.
Yeah, common mistake.
Mm-hmm. We haven't got to that level yet.
It used to be, and now it's not.
Jose
and we're
brings
make
up
it again.
The reason you're here, though, is in a podcast. There's no interaction like there is on the live stream. So that's
Jose's one of the people who asked for the coupon code. So I don't know if he was here earlier or not. Why don't you throw that up there again, Garrison?
Well, he was asking about the shirt that he said Kyle owes him.
What happened? My shirt?
He said you owed him a shirt earlier.
I'm not in charge of the shipping. I'll get a hold of the guy who does all the shipping. Hopefully he can get all that stuff out there. We're all looking in the wrong direction.
Gary Horne. Just email.
Which one? Which shirt? Crockett?
Hey, Gary, why don't you address Devin Dowling's comment here, man?
Well, so this show is partially designed because we have a podcast, and this is supposed to become a podcast. So there's more on that later. But the point is, This Is Pro Wrestling is a show Doc and Will and I did before this, talking about the professional wrestling industry. We have a history of pro wrestling show that we've got to pick back up. We stopped when we came over to the NWA, but we had gotten right to the NWA. Actually, we started from the literal beginning of pro wrestling.
I'm talking about the foundations
Adam
of the
versus
world.
Eve.
And are those episodes still available in the backlog? Can the fans still find those and get up on history and get education?
Yeah,
that is correct.
Go find This Is Pro Wrestling anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's there.
That's when Tim Storm first started.
And we'll pick it back up. We've been talking about it, but Tim Storm's been on the show, and Tim Storm was there. But we literally, you make a joke, but we literally do discuss biblically where pro wrestling is referenced.
I'm talking about
from all the way at the beginning.
Do you know? that God every now and again, from time to time. It's like that, man.
I heard Lazarus had a hell of a comeback.
For
Kicked
2
out
hours,
too.
it's just Doc talking like that.
2 of every tag team on Noah's Ark. That's what I heard.
But
It was a
thank
great
you,
show.
Paladin.
It was
The
like
Bearded Trio
Jericho's
did it.
Cruise.
Yeah. So Paladin was listening there, so thank you for that. We appreciate you. But yeah, check it out. This is pro wrestling. We actually did do this, and we used great reference material. We used Brian Solomon, who did Pro Wrestling FAQ, Tim Hordbaker, who's done a bunch of NWA books. If you want to get real nerdy, I swear to you, we went real nerdy. We had Doc Stinson on the show. So Doc Stinson's like, he's the professor.
The man knows everything. In fact, I heard that at some point in the very near future, NWA might be putting together a committee to look at the history of the National Wrestling Alliance, because there's been a little rumor I'm hearing, and I don't know if this is true or not. I have to let these people figure this out. But I heard that possibly, maybe, Matt Cardona is the 99th NWA World Heavyweight Champion, depending on what you look at. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's almost a centennial champion. That seems like a big deal.
It's a very, very, very contentious point there that you raised, Kyle, and we're trying to sort that out. We want to make sure that we do right by history, do right by this great company, and more to come on that in the near future for sure.
Those names that I just mentioned for the books that we reference, those are people that you might see pop back up in this very scenario that you're discussing, because they are the historians right along with Doc. So, yeah. Interesting.
I'm sorry, just out loud responded to something in the thread that said, that's what it was. That was what I was responding to. Look at you. Joe, have you ever had like a full beard? I've seen you with like a 5 o'clock shadow, and I like the look. It's very, very much like a version of you that's like an alternate reality that I want to be friends with. But every time I'm like, oh, look at this. You're like, yeah, I know, I have to shave it. And then you immediately get rid of it. Like it's somehow a weakness.
If you go back in my Instagram, you'll see this past November, I did No Shave November for like the first time ever. And it came in pretty good. By the end, it looked good. By Thanksgiving, I had a really nice beard. It looked nice.
Joe's already a handsome guy, but
yeah,
with the beard, he looks like a young Sean Connery.
My problem is that I'm Scottish or Irish, depending on whichever 23andMe ancestry it is. So I've got a lot of like blonde and reddish in mine, so I don't look as cool. You guys all have nice, full, dark stuff. I'm very jealous. I wish I wasn't pasty. Alex up there in the corner, man. I'm just full head of hair and a beard like that. Unstoppable.
Rocking Jesus up there.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Wow.
Tobias Forge, man.
And he's wearing nothing underneath that tank top other than a pair of Hanes Classics.
Oh, Magnum PI.
I didn't think I was wearing that at the time either.
So you can hear my dog bark? He really was into it.
That's hot me.
Man.
Wait a minute.
Seriously? That photo?
Baby. Yeah, I'm a shooter,
I thought
baby.
I was trying to find the beard photo.
Is that a tomato?
39 years into my life, never had thoughts. But now I'm like, was I wrong? Am I one of those stories where somebody just wakes up one day and they go, wow, look at that?
That's Gary's lock screen.
This is for my phone. This is
it's just to remind Gary to go do jujitsu.
That why make it uncomfortable,
Or do yoga while
Silver
we're
Bullet's
while we're
over
doing
now,
this
so if
show.
they didn't watch it, that's it.
Downward facing dog. This is not Velvet After Dark.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Joe Galli memory when you came on this very show in the middle of your yoga session.
Oh man!
Oh yeah!
Wow.
Really?
Skip a beat.
I should bring that back.
Yeah. Just put
My-
the phone
it was
down
good.
on the
I said,
floor.
my back is sore.
But there he is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that, boy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, Joe, real question. Let's get real here. You've retired from the news business. You're now full-time in the professional wrestling business. What's that like?
It's different. It's a real different pace. When you're doing local news, it's like kind of nonstop 24/7, and you're making connections and stuff like that. The work with the National Wrestling Alliance has been very, very rewarding. I work a lot with Kyle, for those of you who know.
You gotta feel so bad for the guy.
No, it's great. It's great. And so
Regular Kyle, not gummy.
Kyle. There's only one Kyle.
Yeah, I'm like this 24/7. I'm real bad, guys.
It's just Kyle. But it's really nice to be able to take a step back, and now I just get to watch the news like everyone else, and not have to be in the thick of it. And I'm seeing, like, we had a ton of rain in San Antonio today, it would have been an absolute miserable goddamn day to report news out in this freaking storm that we've had today. So I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. And there's probably going to be things I'm going to miss, but that's with everything that you're passionate about. So, but I'm glad that, I've made this transition. I think it's going to help me grow as a person, and I hope to make the NWA grow as a brand and as a company. And that's all I can hope for.
Happy to have you on the team, very much so. And I'm hoping to take your newscasting position so I can get a little award right over this shoulder too, because that's something that I really am envious of. Look how cool that is. I'm super jealous.
I think we can still submit. Like we're not technically, even though we stream on Fight, I got to look into this, but I think we can submit, especially if we could submit Velvet After Dark. I feel like that's a shoe-in.
For variety programming,
something like that. We can.
I'm just seeing random news clips about Texas on my Twitter. You still can find random clips about Texas news.
Hey, just put up from Joe Galli. I like seeing them from Joe Galli.
Put up the comment right before that. Hey, there's your boys right there, Kyle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I saw in Knoxville is also where the Heat Seekers are from, so I saw them talking about it as well.
Shooters. They Rip City Shooters from Cleveland.
Yeah.
By the way, Rip City. I'm just going to call these
geography.
These vodka smothered gummy bears. I'm going to call these Rip City Shooters. It just sounds like a cool name for something. Like, all right,
we got to get. You know what? We're going to get Maserati West back on the show just for Kyle. Has nothing to do with
he's just a cool guy. Why wouldn't I want to talk to that guy all the time? I'm a loser, and I like cool people because I could be like, man, I wish I could be like you. That's why I'm always look at Alex up there in the corner. Super jealous of that guy. I wish I could be that guy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, it's his portrait. It's a
Hey, we would have seen that before, but he's got to be just showing off the chest instead. Oh, there we go.
There we go. What's up, ladies?
Wow.
Oh, Dottie showed up just in time. Hello, y'all. Just like right is
he's exposing nipples up here, and then people are just showing up. They flock to it. Like a kitten to nursing. I don't know what that reference is.
Don't worry.
Why is Alex super chill tonight?
Kind of a chill dude.
He always is. Have you met Alex Taylor?
He really is. I was about to say, anytime you talk to Alex Taylor, he just is kind of chill. Like that's just kind of his thing.
We're not stressing the match on Saturday.
No.
We're not stressing getting Medusa kicked out of the building. So it's good.
What is the match on Saturday? Well, you keep saying that. I know Alex Taylor's going to be there, but haven't seen the graphic for it.
Me and Big Papa Plunk. Doesn't matter who we're facing.
Papa Plunk?
Big Papa Plunk.
Sorry. This is always chill.
Oh, Plunkerino will be in the house, too. Yeah, that's right.
Can we
I
get
kind of
Joe
like
Galli
this
after
with
dark?
7 people. I'm not going to lie. This is a great vibe. We all can just kind of like, hey, we got a little something for everybody here. We're just a bunch of guys.
Bobby's like trying to bring us back and is saying like, talk about NWA Power, you bastards.
Bobby's always so good for that. He's always so good for that.
Match.
He's going to be number 8 on this little box here.
Yeah.
Tag match main event. Who's everybody got?
Do what?
Let's go clockwise. Alex.
I'm gonna go with the Werewolf Brothers.
All right.
I'm with Alex on this. He knows what he's talking about. I think La Rebellion, nobody's been able to beat them so far. I know the Briscoes are supposed to be great. They need this one, and I think they know that. I think they come out on top.
Yeah, I agree. I think that La Rebellion are the best tag team in the world right now, and regardless of promotion, country, whatever. I think they're heavily disappointed at the outcome of Crockett Cup, and they've got a lot riding on this in their mind, and I don't see any way in the world they lose this match.
Unless the Briscoes call Peter Cushing, and I'm going with the Werewolf Brothers.
I was going to go Briscoes. I mean, let's face it. At the end of the day, we don't know how La Rebellion does with defeat. They were winning for so long, and then they don't walk away from the Crockett Cup. That could really affect a group of people. And also, I know Mark and Jay, when they want something, they take it. I'm going to say Briscoes. Just put that out there.
Let me say this, Kyle. I think that's a great point. It's like in baseball where a losing streak is more contagious than a winning streak is.
Yeah.
So you don't know. We've not seen them lose yet. How do they bounce back? I think that's a great point.
I think if you were to ask the greater wrestling world out there, the Briscoes being absolutely on fire everywhere they go, I think that would be the enormous amount of momentum would be behind that. But this match, it is so split 50-50. I'd have to flip a coin to tell you which one that I think is going to win it, because they are the best tag teams walking this planet. They're going for the gold. It's main event on Power. They're going to go all out. I can't wait for it.
Kyle, I'm glad that you said them boys, the Briscoes, because I thought for a minute we were going to agree on something, and I'm thankful that we're not, because I'm going to definitely say that the tag champs are unbeatable at this point. They are their egos are bruised after not winning the Crockett Cup. I talked to them. I know how hard they took that, holding the titles and then not, getting the Crockett Cup. And I think they're going to take all that anger out on the Briscoes tomorrow night.
Cool. So I'm an island unto myself. Great.
Yeah.
Good. That's Shay Briscoe's gotten in your face before, so you're
as Dealz would always point out, they are my cousins. So I have to support them.
Well, Joey G is undecided. He's flipping a coin.
Kyle, you got to learn how to skate around it. Come on now. You're a broadcaster. You got to learn how to just kind of maneuver yourself and don't.
We're talking about Jerry.
I don't like to. Once upon a time, these gentlemen said that I was changing who I was picking every match for the Crockett Cup, when really I was just getting new information. I was making educated changes to what I expected to happen. But this time, I have no problem settling down and saying it. I still think Briscoes. I'm not going to try to be that guy that's vague and zigging and zagging. I'm not a Danny Dealz. I'm a Kyle Davis. I say how I feel. I do what I want. Briscoes. That's my bet.
I don't have any problem with your analysis, Kyle. I think it's fine. My problem really is I think Will, I think you need to stick to tag team analysis. Your singles match analysis sucks right now. So stick to tag team stuff. Yeah.
You hate to see it happen between two people that were friends.
A little bit hot in here.
It's just got ugly.
Sorry, I didn't know it was so contentious to think that the holder of the 10 pounds of gold was the best wrestler in the world.
Well, he certainly has his own pay-per-view, and we saw that get announced today in the Knoxville Times, I believe was the paper, and that is going to be on Saturday, June 11th.
News Center.
I think it's the Knoxville Center.
Thank you very much, Knoxville News Center.
That's great, man.
Thank you, Joe.
And holding that trophy does make you nominally the best wrestler in the world, but we saw the best wrestler in the world get his ass beat by Nick Aldis at Crockett Cup.
Did we?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Let me look at my record book over here.
Look at your record.
Actually, you know what? I hate to say this. My good friend Pat Kenny, head of talent relations, who is still recovering from some health issues here, but Pat would say things like this all the time. And at the end of the day, who's the better wrestler? The guy who walked away as champion. No matter how it happened, better wrestler is right there.
Well,
I would agree with Kenny.
There is one man with the belt. He's right there, and he's got a whole pay-per-view named after him. So you have to give him that, Doc. Sorry, I mean,
I don't take it away from him, man. He's a legitimate world champion. I'm just saying, for Will to go on social media and call him the greatest world champion of the modern era is a freaking insult. It's an insult to everything you stand for, Will. It's an insult to you, the person that I know. It's an insult to the history of this company. It's an insult to Nick Aldis, who is the greatest world champion of the modern era. And it's just an uninformed, it's just an ignorant comment, Will.
Would you say that comment was ill-begotten?
It was no. Ill-begotten is something I respect. Wow. I respect ill-begotten. Yeah. That comment was ill-informed, ill-advised. It was just it was ignorant.
Whoa.
Ignorant. That's what I love about this show is everyone can share their own opinion.
Well, that's
a free space.
In the future.
That's your opinion.
I love that, Doc. Yeah, it is. So I love it.
Guys,
we're just like Elon Musk's Twitter.
Well, you know what?
Share
Will, at least I know my times tables.
Kyle, I can't believe you ate. Kyle, you ate all of your Rip City shooters?
I ate all of my Rip City shooters.
You got me there. See, now that was personal. You can say all the stuff about my wrestling opinions you want, but you start talking about my math skills. You know I'm insecure about that. Doc.
And that was a Boys in the Hood callback right there.
That was a dirty blow right there. Went right after your fractions.
I know all of my times tables. I know all the times tables up to 4, and then that just starts to go.
Has anybody tried to do division with a bracket lately?
Fives. Everything with 5 is like 0.
Oh no, I know 5s and 10s and 11s, single-digit 11s. Yeah.
Real talk though, has anybody tried to do the division with the cool little bracket lately? I tried to do it like a couple months ago. Got lost. I was like, what? How do I do this?
Kyle, I have a smartphone.
I played football.
Yeah, but it was because I had a moment where I said, "Hey, can you still do this?" And I did the little, boom, boom, boom.
I knew how to do it to pass the test.
I don't want to hold this up because this actually might give some stuff away. I thought about it. I was like, "Oops."
Oh, look at TK over here. Kyle Davis.
Important notebook.
Important his notebook.
Notebook of secrets.
Oh.
Yeah, this one says first row.
All right. The bots are coming for us. We got to get out of here.
Hey, those bots are only going to last so long because once he takes over Twitter, $44 billion later, there will be no bots. Let's see who has real followers. Let's call everybody out.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel anymore because I look at Joe in the center screen right there. Sometimes he's just got like a very deadpan face and he's just like staring at the thing like he's just like writing down notes like, unacceptable.
He's got an Emmy behind him. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
He's also got great lighting.
But
I have a poorly lit purple wall. I can't.
I was going to put my wall up, but the sun was setting and I didn't do it. And now I'm regretting it because I look at Joe Galli with a bit of a tan.
Alex takes the cake, though. Where's Alex?
Yeah.
I got to get some art.
So if Alex had your lighting, man, he'd be unstoppable. And he'd also be center square.
It's the fucking Lizard King.
See, wait a second. I make one comment about like shit or something before, and everybody rides me. Joe Galli throws a GD down here. He throws that up. Nobody says a word, but as soon as Kyle makes one expletive, it's even a little.
It's after 8 o'clock. Apparently,
Kyle must be drinking the alcoholic gummy bears. That's the problem, guys. I have a filthy mouth. Do you know how hard it is for me to reel it in on this show? Joe Galli. Actually, you know what? If you could ever hear Galli After Dark, you'd be like, "Oh boy." Velvet After Dark comes from a very real place.
I got to give Eric Dell credit here. No, not that. Wait, where's it go? I don't know.
No, complimenting Doug Stinson. Let's not do that.
Oh, no, not that one.
He had another comment that's for some reason not popping up where I can select it, but it says, let me tell you something. Ladies love a man with long division. So,
are you a math teacher, Eric? Because that sounds like a math teacher joke that we'd use in the teacher's lounge.
Yeah. All right.
Is it? Are you Doc? Doc? Is that you? I'm just thinking of educators I know.
He's his own bot. He's his own bot.
You guys are getting vulgar. You're getting violent with each other.
Sorry,
it's
Mom.
time to wrap this thing up. But the thing we can't wrap up before we say that I tried to say earlier is always ready. Saturday, June the 11th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Tomorrow at noon Eastern.
11.
Well, it's 11 Central, right?
Yes,
Nope.
noon Eastern, 11 Central. And
No,
then
really?
what's going on this Saturday?
It said 11 Eastern.
Yeah, it is 11
Eastern. You're looking at the art. Oh, wait, it is 11 Eastern?
Yeah.
I thought you were looking. I was looking at the article from Knoxville that says 11, and I thought, well, that's
Eastern.
Central. All right.
Nashville Central.
Yeah, get a map, Gary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Beautiful state with multiple time zones.
Eric is a lawyer.
Is this running down? Because I'm going to go eat some cheese fries for dinner. Look at that. Oh, yeah, baby.
That's Saturday the 11th. What's this Saturday?
This Saturday is Power Trip 2. Also, you can get tickets to that at NWATix.com. Don't miss that. It is Saturday, April 30th. You don't want to miss out on that. And then also tomorrow, if you haven't already, Knoxville. We're coming back to Knoxville. We're going for Always Ready. I know it's a Matt Cardona pay-per-view, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to find out who Matt Cardona is. Hopefully, he's going to be defending that world's title. I would assume he would be. It's his pay-per-view. And who's he going to be defending it against? Well, that's yet to be announced. We're going to find out. Kyle Davis is having cheese fries.
No, I was also pointing at NWATix.com for all your ticket needs because let's face it, it's not just Power Trip 2. It's not just Always Ready. There's a bunch of other shows that are coming up on there, and you can just click on NWATix.com. Spoiler alert, there's some things we haven't announced yet, but tickets for those will go on sale as well, starting tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern.
And the coupon code.
And the coupon code. That's right. NWA FAM, National Wrestling Alliance Shop.
Sorry, Will.
What was that? What are we doing?
Go for it, Will. I'll leave it alone. All right.
Oh, is somebody else going to do a promo? Will, let me hear your pitch for merchandise.
No. It was just that we were both clicking on the banner at the same time.
Well, I want other people to hype this up. Will, Sell me on nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop and the coupon code NWA fam.
Kyle, it's late, man. It's 8:15.
Oh my God!
If you had
This is
asked
why
me,
you don't have any merch on.
hey, what?
Oh, there it is. Why'd you
Oh man,
Joe hasn't even looked at me all night. He won't even look right at me.
sell merch. Oh my God.
Joe, sell it for me. I feel bad. I'm talking all the time. Run with it, baby.
Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Look great like me. Don't you want to look great like
When
Kyle?
I'm alone in my
Or like Will when he decides to actually show this goddamn shirt?
I was like, where's the music coming from?
Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. And you know that you can look good in all this fine apparel that you can find at nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop. And we've got a special deal for you folks, straight from Danny Dealz, the man himself. 20% off with the coupon code NWA fam. Save a little bit of money, but look that much better. An NWA swag, the best swag in the entire sport of professional wrestling. Put it in your closet. Put it in your drawer. Put it on your body. Hold it nice and close and tight. You know you want to. All day, all night with the NWA. Wear it to bed, baby. That's what I want to see you wear.
Golly, man.
And all that stuff on the
Joe,
body right there.
Loved everything about that.
Joe's got to have a 900 number, baby. You got to, because I'm going to call it right after the show.
Yeah, baby.
That was
That
good.
was good.
What?
I think you
And
came
all
up with a new catchphrase.
Pre-sold.
A new
We'll get a
catchphrase for
900.
the merch
It's gonna
is
ship out.
900 Joe.
That'll be
Galli.
the shirt.
stick
1-900
it,
Joe
stick
Galli.
it
You
in
want to
your,
be always ready with Joe Galli.
the new catchphrase is stick it in your drawers. NWA merch.
All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks everybody for being here. Kyle is
Sultry Joey G. That's what that was, ladies and gentlemen. That's his rap name as well. Pick up his new album. You can find it online where everything's streaming. Sultry Joey G. If you need a girlfriend, if you need to get them ready for action, Joe Galli's voice, let him do it for you.
That might have an adverse
Send them my
reaction.
way. I'll get some.
Power
You wanna
Trip
lose
2
your
is this
girlfriend,
weekend, April
introduce them to Joe
30th. Be
Galli.
there, NWATix.com, and tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. You can get tickets to Always Ready in Knoxville. Don't miss this. You want to be there. Until then, though, you guys enjoy your